This is my last one. It's by Axel Vervoort. Axel Vervoort. What's up, everybody? My name is Andrea with Rendezvous Duo. If you're new here, and if you are, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. You need a moment? Here you go. Alright, we good? Cool. And to my OG subscribers, welcome back to another video. All the new faces we have gotten over these past couple weeks, I just wanted to say, hey girl. Hey girl.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey bro. Whatever you identify as, welcome. Thank you for subscribing, and we're gonna hop right into the video. So today I really wanted to talk about something that I truly love, and it's coffee table books. I love a good coffee table book. I'll take a book over a vessel or a sculpture any day, just because I feel like it's decor and inspo all wrapped in one, and I just love looking at them. They really bring me a sense of peace. So we all know about Tom Ford and Architectural Digest and Louis Vuitton. Those books, they're all cult favorites. We all have these in our homes and they're great to look at, but these books are well over $100. Like, unless you can catch them on sale, you're paying over $100 for them. And I was just like, nobody really talks about the more affordable ones that are just as good, if not better. Don't get me wrong, like I have all three of these books in my home and I love them, but I just feel like there's so many other books that nobody talks about that are way more budget friendly. So I just wanted to do a video about it. So this is a series I wanted to start, and I wanted to call it Shook by the Book. I thought that was really cute. Shook by the Book. Bars. And it's just basically me doing the footwork, me ordering these books or finding these books, and just letting you guys know if it's worth buying, and actually sharing what the inside looks like, because there's nothing worse than seeing a book online or seeing one in the store that's wrapped in plastic that you can't physically open and look at the contents. Like, how will I know if I want to spend my money on this? How will I know? I'm not gonna lie, I never crack open my Tom Ford book. I never look at my Louis Vuitton book. I'll look in my AD book occasionally, but the books I'm talking about today, I reach for all the time, and each time I'm just as much inspired as I was the last time. I'm done with buying a book just because it looks good on the outside. Like, if I'm not inspired by the inside, I'm just not getting it. Period. All the books I'm sharing today are actually under $50. Yes ma'am, all under $50, all available on Amazon. I do want to issue a disclaimer, because these are all on Amazon, the prices do fluctuate a bit, but last time I checked, they were all under $50. So before all y'all cuss me out in the comments and be like, you lied, these are not under $50. It wasn't $50, this was $70. But that's what you said. That you said.
I said what I said.
Okay, well what you said was some bull.
Hold on. This is your warning. Just watch it, put it on your list. I usually put a book that I'm looking at to buy on my to buy list. I just make a private one, and I just keep an eye on it for that price to go down. Some of them I waited a little bit longer because I didn't get it with the prime price. I got it with like a third party because it was cheaper price, but just longer shipping. So a couple more days to save $20 extra was worth it to me. This video is going to be geared towards interiors, and all the books are neutral, so they're all black or white. We're going to look at a few of the pictures inside that are my favorites. Not all of them, because we'll be here all day. These are all over like 200 pages, so we're just going to look at a few of them so you can kind of see what is in store, what the book has in store, and you know, if you want to spend your money on it. So let's hop right on in. My first and favorite of this video is this book. It's called The Homemakers. Y'all, I don't know why no one talks about this book. It is amazing. Like, when I tell you, the quality of this book is so good, and it was $38. It was like at $43, and then I looked again like 2 days later and it was marked down to $38. So I definitely picked it up. The outside of the cover, it doesn't come with like a slip cover or anything, and it doesn't have a paper cover that you can take off. if you have a Tom Ford book, the material is just like that. It's black and it's like this soft, like, don't get me lying, I don't know the material, but it's really, really nice. The quality is amazing. The pages are really thick and they have a high gloss finish. So it just looks so expensive. I don't know how I got it for $38, but I didn't question it. I just hit purchase and I got it and I was so pleased. So let's look at some of my favorite pictures in this book.
Let me show you something.
One thing I really love about this book is if it's a picture of a view, they took the picture where it looks like you're standing in the room and actually seeing it like in real life. It is so, so pretty. It makes me feel so calm, like I'm actually there. So I really, really appreciate that. Another thing that I really, really love about this book is it'll show you like the whole room and then it'll focus on like a moment where the light hits just right, or there is like a unique piece, because sometimes when you look at something in total, you don't notice the little intricate details. So I can really appreciate that because it kind of engages you and makes you focus on what the book is about, which is decor and unique pieces and the collection of great things and curating a space. And on about the contents of this book and how much I appreciate it, but we still got like 4 more to go and I ain't trying to keep y'all here all day. So let's move on to the next one. So the next book I want to talk about is called Rendezvous. Like, just the title sounds so chic, somewhere I want to be. So I had to pick it up. This one was expensive when I first saw it, but I kept waiting and waiting and waiting.
And waiting for my time to come. Waiting. Just waiting.
And I finally got it under $50. It was $75 when I first saw it. I just created a list on Amazon and just kept looking, and they eventually marked it down. And just the cover itself drew me in. So pretty. Just a collection of things, which is what I'm learning. Curating a space isn't about just going to the store and buying what the showroom is displaying. It's about, you know, collecting unique pieces that really inspire you and putting them all together in a way that makes sense. You know what I mean? So this is like a really good example of it. I'm actually looking for some of these items myself, like these stools right here. I have this lamp actually, and I bought it before I even saw this book. So I was like, okay, I'm on the right track. I'm on the right track. This has a paper cover. If you want to keep it on, you can. It's still minimal, but if you take it off, it's just white with gray text. So it's really minimal that way as well. So something really unique about this book is the page numbers are not on the bottom. They're on the right side of the page, on the right page, on the right, wait. They're on the right side of the right page, like stacked. So it'll say like 11 /12 for 11/12. I just thought that was like really, really neat. These pages are more of a matte finish, so they're not high gloss, which I don't mind at all. Some people prefer the high gloss, but as long as the content is good and the image quality is there, I don't mind it. And one thing about me, I'm not a reader. I think it's so adult to read books, but I really don't read that much. I do want to get into it in the future, but for now, picture books are my thing. So what I like about this book is it doesn't have like a whole bunch of text to like kind of turn you off. It'll have the creator and a summary about them, and then it'll show like a summary of images you're about to see. So it's kind of like a mood board, which is like bomb. Like, whoever thought of that was genius, because that's just so good. You kind of get like a preview of what you're about to see, and I just really, really love that aspect of it. In this image, you see like these kind of weird sculptures. They're like of sheep, and or is that a lamb? What's the difference between a lamb and a sheep? Oh, they're the same thing. A lamb is a young sheep. That is under 1 year of age. Okay. Kris Jenner actually has this sculpture in her home. Yes, I watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I don't need your judgment, okay? But yeah, I saw them in her home when I was watching an episode last week, and I was like, oh my gosh.
The more times we do it.
So I'm sure these are like really expensive, and just this whole image is just a whole vibe, and it just really shows you, you know, how you can mix different materials and different styles, and it can all come together like perfectly. Kind of piggybacking off of that other photo, this is also done very well. All the different items in here don't typically go together. Like if you were to see them in the store, they probably wouldn't design them all together like this, but putting different elements in different spots and playing on different materials and different colors and, you know, dimension and all that good stuff, you mix it all together, and sometimes you can come out with a perfect recipe, and this is just that. So that was Rendezvous. Let's move on to number, dang, I thought I was gonna say number 2.
Got him! Got him!
Move on to number 3. This next book is actually by Joseph Durand. I hope I'm saying that right. But he is an architect actually, but his eye for design is so bomb, it's not even funny. So it's called Interior, and the front cover actually has a picture of his apartment in Paris, and you take the cover off, it's just this beautiful linen, kind of off-white material, and it's outlined in black, which I really love. And the thing I love the most about Joseph Durand is his taste is so unconventional, but it just works, y'all. Like, it's not your typical, you know, CB2 room or RH room. It really is unconventional, like stuff that you wouldn't typically put together, but it just works so well. So this is actually a picture of Joseph Durand's apartment in Paris, and you can kind of see his design style. Like I said, it's very unconventional, but I have been noticing a lot of Parisian homes are not afraid of color, and you guys know I love color. I have a pop of it here in my home, and I'm not afraid to use it. You just have to be really sparing and really careful how you do it, because sometimes it can kind of look kind of tacky and kitty, but I think he nailed it. The pages and the pictures are a matte finish and really thick, like the Rendezvous book. It does have little stories about, you know, how the architect went about designing different places or different rooms, different spaces, things that inspire him. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't read it all. Like I said, I'm not a big reader, trying to get better at that, but the pictures are just exquisite and to die for. They're simple and to the point, which is my favorite thing ever. So this is an example of what I mean about, you know, the images and the content just being simple and to the point. There isn't much going on in this picture, but it's so inspiring. It's even in black and white, but it still captures you. It's still, your eyes still go up to the architecture, you know, how minimal and clean the decor pieces are in this picture, in this room, and I just really love it. Like, this is minimal goals, because sometimes less is more. So this next image is just, it kind of depicts how taking a picture at the right angle, at the right time, in the right setting just really draws your eye. I love how this picture looks because it's kind of like a glare, like a reflection of the outside, but you can still see inside. So I just thought that was really interesting and really pretty. Like, you can see the view that someone would have, but you can also see the setting in which they're sitting, which is like, oh, so good. So if you guys have seen my Instagram stories, you know I have recently become obsessed with this marble. Is it viola or viola? I think, isn't viola an instrument? I think viola is an instrument, I'm pretty sure. I was in band, I wasn't in strings. So I think viola is an instrument, so I'm gonna say this is viola marble. But I am like so obsessed with it. I've been eyeing this coffee table, I mentioned in my living room tour, that I really want, but it's like $2,500, and I'm just like, ugh. Oh, wow. Responsible me wants to pay down some debt with that $2,500, but the splurge me is like, you only live once, go ahead and get the table. So I'm still kind of, you know, looking at it from a distance and deciding if I want to get it. But this closet is just goals. Like, I would have to be in a house forever because I can't imagine installing these like vanities and dressers and this marble and then having to move it to another house. But y'all, amazing, amazing. Okay, so that was it for that book. Let's move on to number 4. So this book I've actually had for a pretty long time, like a couple months. It actually sits right here on my little coffee table because I look at it that much. It is Curated Interiors by Nicole Hollis, and it is one of my favorites. So good. The cover does come off, and it's actually the same finish as the Joseph Durand interior book. It's just not, it doesn't have the outline of black, but it's the same material, kind of the same color. So those two books actually look really good stacked if you take the covers off of them. And this book is just amazing, you guys. The finish on the pages are a matte finish and they are really thick, and it also has a table of contents. None of these that I'm sharing, except for the Homemaker book, the first one I showed you, have a table of contents, and I actually kind of like that idea because if I'm looking for something really quick, I can just look at the table of contents to be able to go right there. That way you don't have to like mark pages and stuff. So this picture is so perfectly dimensional, it's not even funny. Like, it's not too much black, it's not too much wood, it's like perfect. You have some elements of gold, you have some velvet, like mixing all these different materials. Like I've been saying this whole video, if you do it right, it looks so good, so high scale, so custom. Another thing I really like about this book is it actually shares some pictures of kid rooms. Like, it has a kid bedroom and a kid playroom, and it looks kiddie, like it looks fun, but it still looks sophisticated. Like, I could sit in there and not be like distracted by like rainbow, you know, a rainbow walker over here on the side or rainbow mats and everything. So it kind of shows you how to tastefully do a kids area where they can still grow into it and it still feel mature. You know what I mean? So I thought that was really interesting. This is another example of how the photographer kind of captures just how the light hits certain pieces in the room and how just amazing these pieces are. Like, look at this chair, you guys. The chair speaks for itself, but the way the light hits it and the corner it's in, the architecture around it, it's just so good. Like, I can really appreciate moments like this in a book where it's not just the whole room, but just like little moments that you need to just take in because they're that bomb.
That boy is good.
This is my last one. It's by Axel Vervoort. Axel Vervoort. I'm gonna let Kim say it for you guys because she says it right.
So your home is clearly stunning.
Thank you.
How would you describe this home?
I would say like a minimal monastery.
Wow. And where did the inspiration come from?
From Axel Vervoort. From Axel Vervoort and Kanye.
He actually helped design Kim and Kanye's mansion. And he's really big on wabi-sabi, which is basically letting everything be. It's very simple. It's not like a trend or anything. It's just embracing the imperfect and just letting a piece be what it is without a bunch of clutter. Like I said, very minimal, which is something I'm trying to embrace. So I picked this up so I can get more insight into it. All the pictures are matte in here. And this one, I will say, is an acquired taste. It isn't for everybody. I'm not going to say too much about it because honestly there isn't a lot to the book. In the beginning he kind of explains like inspirations and his thought process and kind of explaining what wabi-sabi is to him, and then it's just basically all images. So I'm just going to share just some of my favorite ones, and yeah, it is what it is. love the smell of books. It smells so good. So like I said, his design style is, you know, just letting things be what they are without a whole bunch of distractions. And the fact that he helped design Kim and Kanye's mansion, which you can find online, like pretty much everywhere. I love the way their home looks. Like, they don't have any wall art, they don't have any decorative accents, but it just really feels serene and peaceful and just airy, which is like goals. Okay guys, that is it for me today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, this is a series, so there will be more videos like this in the near future. Some books will be about fashion, some will be about how to decorate with color, you know, just different aspects. I'm trying to build a library of really inspirational books. Like I said, I'm done with buying a book just because it looks good on the outside. Like, if I'm not inspired by the inside, I'm just not getting it. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe if you haven't. And again, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video. But until then, peace out.